Tonight, South Africa is once again confronting the deadly reality facing local government leaders after the shocking killing of Dumeka Bikwana in the Eastern Cape. Found shot dead inside her home, the incident has triggered serious national concern. Stay with us as we unpack the full details behind this developing story. The front door was wide open. A municipal driver waited outside, and inside the house, one of the Eastern Cape's senior local political figures was lying in a pool of blood with a gunshot wound to the head. That is the scene police say unfolded on the morning of 5 May 2026 in the Chachu administrative area, a scene that has now triggered a provincial manhunt and sent shockwaves through South African local government politics. 46-year-old Dumeka Bikwana, the member of the Mayoral Committee for Corporate Services at the Chris Hani District Municipality, was found dead inside her home after a witness reportedly became concerned when she failed to come out to meet her driver. According to police spokesperson Brigadier Nobuntu Gantana, the witness entered the property after noticing the front door standing open and discovered Bikwana's body inside. A murder case has now been opened at Balotwa SAPS and transferred to provincial organized crime detectives. At this stage, no arrests have been made, and police say the motive remains unknown. But this is where the story becomes more serious than it first appears. Because in South Africa, the assassination of a councillor or municipal official is no longer viewed as an isolated event. It immediately raises deeper questions about political violence, public office, criminal networks, and the increasingly dangerous environment surrounding local governance. And that matters because municipalities are not small institutions. They control procurement, service delivery, infrastructure budgets, employment opportunities, and local political influence. When violence enters that space, it affects far more than politicians. It affects ordinary residents who depend on functioning municipalities for water, roads, sanitation, housing, and basic administration. The Chris Hani District Municipality described Bikwana's killing as shocking and devastating, remembering her as a long-serving councillor who had served 4 terms and provided ethical guidance and governance. That statement is important because it reflects something often forgotten in South African politics. Local government officials are deeply embedded in communities. These are not distant national figures protected behind layers of state security. Councillors operate directly among residents, often with limited protection, while handling highly contested political and administrative responsibilities. And when you place this killing in context, the concern becomes even greater. The fatal shooting comes just 9 months after another councillor in the same area was killed. That timing immediately intensifies public anxiety because repeated attacks on public representatives create the perception that political violence may be becoming normalized in certain regions. It is extremely important to remain factual and disciplined here. Police have not confirmed any political motive. No suspects have been arrested, and investigators are still determining exactly what happened. But what this reveals about South Africa is the growing level of insecurity surrounding public leadership at local level. The deeper issue here is trust. Every time a municipal official is assassinated, communities begin asking difficult questions. Are political disputes becoming more dangerous? Is organized crime infiltrating local structures? Are law enforcement agencies sufficiently equipped to prevent targeted killings? And perhaps most importantly, can public servants carry out their duties safely? Those questions affect national confidence far beyond the Eastern Cape. South Africans are already dealing with pressure from unemployment, rising living costs, infrastructure failures, and ongoing frustrations with service delivery. In many communities, local government is the first point of contact between citizens and the state. So when violence enters municipal politics, it weakens public trust in the system itself. And there is another layer to this story that cannot be ignored. The case has been handed to provincial organized crime detectives, rather than remaining only at ordinary station level. That signals the seriousness with which authorities are treating the investigation. It suggests investigators believe the circumstances may require specialized expertise, particularly in dealing with complex or potentially coordinated crimes. That alone will increase public attention on what happens next. South Africans have seen too many high-profile killings where investigations moved slowly, where arrests never came, or where communities were left with more questions than answers. So the pressure on law enforcement in this case will be intense. The public will want clarity, the municipality will want accountability, and residents will want reassurance that political killings are not becoming part of normal life. What also stands out is the symbolic impact of the crime scene itself. According to police, Bikwana was found in her own home, a place most people consider their final zone of safety. When public figures are killed inside private spaces, it sends a chilling message far beyond politics. It feeds a wider national feeling that violence in South Africa is becoming increasingly bold and deeply personal. And that is why this story matters nationally, not just locally. Because beyond the headlines, this case touches on governance, policing capacity, political stability, and public confidence in democratic institutions. It forces South Africans to confront an uncomfortable reality. When violence reaches the structures responsible for running communities, the consequences eventually reach everyone. For now, investigators continue searching for answers, and police are appealing to anyone with information to come forward. But until those answers arrive, the killing of Thumeka Bikwana will remain more than just another crime story. It will stand as another warning sign about the pressures building inside South Africa's local political system, a system ordinary citizens rely on every single day.